Hey, this is Colin from Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Today we're going to give you some tips on checking out a loader backhoe at an auction to know what you're looking for to make sure you get a good quality piece. We're standing in front of a Cat 416 F2 today. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get up in the cab and check for wear on the floor mats, the seat, the controls, and make sure that the hour meter matches the wear that you're seeing. All right, so step two, once you check everything in the cab, you're going to want to get back out and you're going to want to check the loader arms for cracks, rust, all the welds, make sure everything's intact the way it's supposed to be. Basically, you're just going to want to walk down these sides and make sure that all your welds and everything is holding true. Make sure that you don't see any obvious flaws or rust. Same thing back here on the back. Just basically walk down it, make sure you see everything, make sure you notice that there's no rust, no big dents, no cracks in the welds or anything that's just very obvious. It shouldn't be that way. In step three, you're going to want to check out the buckets. You want to check out the teeth, you want to check out the cutting edge, anything that shows wear, and make sure that everything's intact and nothing is cutting into the actual metal of the bucket. On the front and the back, check your cutting edges, check your bolts, make sure everything's good to go. Same thing back here on the back. You want to make sure that all your teeth are on, everything's intact, the cutting edges look good, and the bucket's in overall good shape. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check the tires. You want to make sure that there's no unbalanced wear on these tires. You want to make sure there's no obvious cuts. Make sure that they're in overall good shape. The next thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure you check all your fluids. You're going to want to go in here and you're going to want to check your oil, your hydraulic fluid, your transmission fluid. Make sure everything's up to par, your antifreeze. Make sure that all your fluids are good before starting the machine. After you check all the fluids on the top, you want to get down and make sure that there's no obvious leaks underneath the machine. Next thing you're going to do is get in the cab, crank it up, lift up the backhoe, lift up the loader arm, check all the functions, make sure you have no hydraulic leaks, make sure everything works the way it should. After you run the machine and inspect all the operations, you're going to want to jump down and check to see if you see any hoses or leaks in cylinders that weren't obvious before. Check your seals, anything that wasn't there before. Basically, after you moved the machine, it might have loosened up or something might have came and started leaking there. The last thing you're going to want to do is locate the serial number on your machine. And every machine is different. Right here on the Caterpillar, you can see the model number, the serial number, the product ID, everything you need to know is right there. Make sure that you can read that and make sure it matches your auction day catalog. I'm Colin from Jeff Martin Auctioneers. Thank you very much for watching today. Hope it was helpful and tips on how to buy a loader backhoe.